252Movie presents Extreme Makeover Barn Edition, based on Jesus' parable of the rich man. Action!
Hello, viewers. I am Balustrade Sous Chef, and welcome to another exciting few minutes of expertly performed Parables of Jesus theater. Today's parable was told by Jesus in response to a young man's dispute with his brother over money. And now, without further ado, expertly performed Parables of Jesus theater is proud to present the story of the rich man. Once there was a very rich man.
Oh, my goodness. I'm so wealthy, all my wealth keeps me from eating. Jeeves, phone. Sorry. Thank you, Jeeves. That is all.
Yes, sir.
Jeeves,
Yes, sir.
leave the phone.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Hello. Oh, yes, Donald. How are you? How were the crops this year? You don't say. By how much? That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Thank you, Donald. Thank you.
The rich man was pleased to discover that his land had produced more crops than expected that season, meaning he was even more rich.
More crops! More crops! Oh, happy day! But wait a minute. My storerooms are already full of grain from last year's crops. I've got no room left to store more. Jeeves!
Yes, sir.
Call in some advisors.
Yes, sir. The rich man thought about what he might do with all of his grain. The last thing he would want is for it to go to waste.
Yes. You may enter.
You wanted to see us, sir?
I did. Grape?
No, thank you, sir.
Grape.
No, sir.
I'm afraid we have a problem. A big problem. It seems we've had another unbelievable crop yield this year, and I'm afraid that my storerooms are already full of grain. I've got no room left to store it.
And
And I would like for you two to help me to figure out what to do.
So your problem is you have too much grain,
Yes,
and you want us to tell you what to do with it.
exactly.
Well, one solution comes to mind immediately. You could, perhaps, give some of it away.
Give it away? Whatever for?
what my colleague here is trying to say, sir, is that there are plenty of people in this area that could really use some of your grain. Hungry people, poor people.
Give it away?
Well, it would be a very generous gesture.
I have never. You're pulling my leg, aren't you? You're pulling my leg? Oh, that's brilliant! Brilliant. Now get out of here, you two, and come back with some ideas that I can actually use, please. Some useful ones. Give it away! That's hilarious.
Later that day, the rich man's advisors returned with their ideas.
478. 479.
Hamburger meat! You may enter! The end. Another good book. Now, what do you have for me?
This chart represents your current storeroom. If we shift a bunch of this stuff around, we could maximize the space and be able to store a whole lot more grain. But, we would still have this much grain that wouldn't fit.
So close. There must be a solution.
Sir, if I may. You have enough grain in store already to last you 20 years. You don't need any more.
20 years. 20 years. Oh, that is good news. And if we could find a way to get the rest of it in there, I might have enough for 25 or 30 years. This is good news, good news, good news.
Well, if you gave some of it away.
Stop. You've already used that one before. Now let's think seriously for a second here.
Well, we could always tear down the old warehouse and build a new one.
I love it.
What?
Tear down my storeroom and build me a bigger one. Huge. That way I can keep it all. I can keep it all. Oh, this is good news. 25, 30 years of grain. Now go, build me a ginormous storeroom.
The rich man was proud of himself. His problem was solved. He was able to keep all of his riches, all to himself.
I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. Nobody's richer than me.
Yes, he was very pleased.
Very pleased.
But not for long. Later that day, God spoke to the rich man. He said, "You foolish man!
Me?
This very night, I will take your life from you. Then who will get what you have prepared for yourself?"
This very night. But I've got all this stuff. Well, this ends on a downer, doesn't it?
Jesus told this parable to a young man who had a dispute with his brother over money. And then he said, "Watch out! Be on guard against wanting to have more things. Life is more than what a person has." The young brother's relationship with his older brother was more important than money. It's better to love others than to love stuff, because people are more important. Perhaps then we should try to avoid becoming more and more richer, and instead try to become more rich in God's eyes. I am Balustrade Sous Chef. Thank you so much for joining us here on expertly performed Parables of Jesus Theater. Good day.